I literally feel like that person there. I've had to say please, and they're like, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I'm like, no. Please, I don't want inshallah.
Inshallah, you.
Yes, please.
Welcome to 261. 2 moms, 6 languages, 1 Morocco, and absolutely zero filter.
Today's episode is sponsored by Hello English. Learn English the real way.
Hello, my darling.
Hello.
Can I just say that you look wonderful?
Thank you.
I absolutely love the headpiece.
This is kind of like something that I do every now and again, like to shake it up.
I love it. It does remind me of British hats.
Oh, like a fascinator.
Is it called a really?
Yes, fascinator.
Why? I've never heard that before.
Because it's fascinating to look
Wow,
at.
that is so cool. So why is it called that? I never heard the term before.
I know in the racing world in the UK, they really like to wear this type of thing because they don't want to wear full hats. But I think the origins of the word comes from Latin, and it's like to enchant, because you look at it and it's like, ooh.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for educating me. Always
You're
learning
welcome.
something new with Mary.
I really like wearing something like this, or I've got short hair. There's not a lot I can do with it, so I wear a bow, or when I've been to a wedding, I've worn a fascinator. It's very common in the UK.
Yes, I know. I see that. And in the US during the Kentucky Derby,
Yeah.
the women go all out.
Helena.
Yes, Mary.
I saw this quote yesterday, and it really reminded me of our courage and not just you and me, but women's courage.
Oh, tell me.
So the quote comes from a book called The Boy, the Mole, the Horse, and I'm just trying to think what the other animal is.
The fox.
The fox, yes.
I think, yeah.
You know that?
I heard that. It's a children's book, isn't it?
I'm not sure it's in the right order, but it's by Charlie Mackesy.
That's right.
And it was a very popular book and film during lockdown, during the pandemic. And the quote is, and I have it here, sometimes your bravest journey is the first step.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I completely agree. And I always say that to people. It's funny. I used to say that, obviously, in my own words. I said, especially when people were trying to change something within themselves or in their lives, I would always tell them the hardest thing is to take that first step.
Yes.
That is, the first step is always the hardest. And usually the first step is for you to admit that you need to change something.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? So that reminds me of that.
And it does take a lot of courage.
Yes, a lot of courage.
So how that quote is linked to us, I feel it's linked to our would it be initiatives or our need to create? We obviously both have different businesses. Even though we're teachers, we also have other stuff going on.
That's right.
And I am constantly coming up with ideas and new things to create and new businesses and new adventures. I'll call them adventures.
Of course, they are adventures.
Yeah, and I can create everything. I can plan it all. I can have it down on paper. I can literally, have the logo, have everything. And then I'm there going, come on, it's time to go.
And then it kind of freezes.
Yeah.
Yes, that happens to me a lot.
I'm a bit reluctant to go there in case.
Yes.
I'm, a bit hesitant. But, that's all comes from being brave.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, it's very daunting, don't you think? Especially when you're in a different country.
Yeah.
Because in our own countries, it's already daunting, the idea of starting something new, a business, because you're not only looking at the financial side, you're also thinking, can I do this? How am I going to structure my life around this new idea, this new business? Is it going to work?
Yes.
There's always that fear of failure. But, when you're trying to do that in a different country where you're not familiar with the steps, the legality of it, the bureaucracy of it.
That is incredibly long.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, yeah, here
I
in
mean,
Morocco, yes.
Not just for us. It's I think it's for everybody. It's very long and a bit complicated. Have you specifically come across any problems being a foreigner or being a woman? How has that affected you?
Well, to me, I don't think I've had a lot of hurdles in that department per se, because I am married to a Moroccan.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a little bit different because I can just say, yes, my husband is Moroccan, I am married. However, what has been frustrating for me is the fact that because my husband was not physically here for the past 5 months, that slowed things down quite a bit for me.
Okay.
With my, paperwork, my immigration status, basically anything that I wanted to do, because he was not here, was a little slower than usual. Than if he was here in person, it would have been easier.
People were kind of maybe waiting for him to be here.
Yes, and he had to be here in person. Like, they literally said that to me when I was talking to somebody about my carte de séjour, which is like the green card. They said, if your husband was here with you, it would have been much easier. But the fact that he's still in the U.S., even though he is a Moroccan citizen, we have to wait, and things are a little slower. So it is frustrating, but I totally see how for women who are not married and are here alone, how much harder it is.
I can vouch for that.
Yes, tell me about it. I actually tell our audience about it, because...
Well, I think the main issues that I had, or hurdles, I mean, nothing is finalized yet. There's still been here a year and a half, and it's still ongoing.
Exactly.
One of my really biggest hurdles was going to visit apartments or houses.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And obviously, I'm a woman by myself. I have grown-up kids. I have a job. I have a past. Like, I don't need to have anyone accompanying me. And
you would think.
But in Morocco, I think we visited 3 or 4 houses, and it was the same reaction with, okay, nice to meet you. Silence.
Wow.
And it was like, is there a problem? Like, what are we going to be doing? No, we're just waiting for your husband.
Oh my God.
So that was a bit frustrating. And I said, it's okay, I'm by myself.
Like if you're waiting for my husband, you're going to be waiting a while.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure, yes. I did shock someone.
What did you say?
Well, I said you're going to be waiting a while, and they were like, "Oh, is he late?" And I said, "No, he's been dead for 5 years."
I would love to be a little fly and watch their
I'm
face.
just, provoking a reaction, because, the reality is, I'm here by myself with my kid.
Exactly.
I don't need to have that person to validate. But this is the Moroccan way.
Yeah, and I am sure that our listeners that live here will relate to this.
Yes.
I am sure. As a matter of fact, we have a friend in common who, one of her friends, has been trying to rent an apartment for a while in the Rabat area, and it's having a really hard time. Nobody wants to rent.
No.
Not only because, of the fact that she's a woman, but also because she is an American.
Yes.
So actually, I found out when I moved here full time, something that really surprised me is that the moment that I said I was American, when I was searching for apartments or houses for rent,
I bet they said to you 6 months in advance
yes,
or a year in advance.
they
or,
wanted
Yes.
like 6 months in advance
Yeah.
deposit
Yeah.
or like some absurd amount, and I was like, why? And somebody told me, well, apparently some Americans have left a bad taste in Moroccan homeowners
Okay.
because I guess some people, I don't know if just Americans or foreigners in general, some of them would leave and take the keys to the property with them back to the U.S., not bother to leave the keys or
Okay. So
send them
there've
to
been
the.
problems.
There have been
Yes.
several problems where
Okay.
apparently there's a law in Morocco that they can't just go into the property if it's under a contract.
Yeah.
So it was hard. So people that left a bad taste.
Okay. So
And
that's why it's been a problem for
I
some
think
people.
so, yeah. That's what I heard. Okay, so don't quote me on that. That's
Yeah.
just hearsay.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was very hard for me to find a good place to rent because they wanted to charge me a lot of
A lot more.
money.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I think we also had the experience of being shown properties that were ridiculously priced,
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
but also in a terrible conditions,
Yeah.
because I don't know what they thought, that maybe our standards weren't high or it didn't matter. I'm just trying to think. We were shown a place that was near the sea, and it had a lovely sea view.
Mm-hmm.
But when you looked over the end of the garden, it was like a rubbish tip.
Oh my God.
And then in the garage slash place that was in the garden, there was a family living there.
And the family was supposed to continue to live there
Yes,
while you were renting
yes,
the property?
Yes, for 35,000 dirhams
What?
or something.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's insane.
We just left, and we didn't even speak to the guy
Wow.
again, because afterwards we were like, look, if you're going to be showing us these types of places, we don't want to work
And
with you.
and when you asked about it, did they say it's normal?
They did. They did. The place we rent now, we found through a really lovely young lady
Oh,
who has her own business, and she works in Rabat, and she's Moroccan,
awesome.
and her brother works in Gaza,
Oh,
and very trustworthy. And how we were received was really very refreshing, because we'd been on a day of visiting, and this was kind of like the last minute.
resort. You were
Yes.
like, okay, if this doesn't work, I
Yeah.
don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah. And how she saw it is, well, this price is the price of the rental property, and if this woman has come to visit this place, then she obviously can rent it,
Yeah,
and
I'm
she
assuming she
obviously
can
has the
afford it.
means, and
Yeah.
she can afford it. Otherwise, why would she be here?
Right.
And she was like, okay, and she spoke to the owner, and within I would say 30 minutes, it was all sorted.
Amazing.
We knew that we wanted to rent this place, and it was sorted, because I feel like it was woman to woman. We were understood. She understood us, and that was it.
I wish I would
Yeah.
have known you back then,
Yes.
like when I was searching for a
Yeah.
place, because I didn't have a real estate agent. And for me, it was a little harder because when I was searching for an apartment or a house, I was still in the US. Made things a little more difficult.
Yeah, because you don't really know if ads are true.
Right, you don't
Yeah.
know. There's a lot of scams out
Yes,
there.
a lot.
A lot of
And
scams.
you remember when we were looking for somewhere the other day in Marrakesh to go on a weekend, we realized that there were a lot of things that were not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put pictures of different properties
Yes,
and
yeah.
pretend And I guess they want you to send money and pay for it. And then when you
Yeah.
get there, there's no property.
But I do know that that doesn't just happen with foreigners. It's
Yeah.
happened. I've heard Moroccans
Right.
tell me that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Scammers are for everybody.
yeah.
They don't discriminate.
No. So it is refreshing to find someone with confidence.
Absolutely. What is
And
her name?
Her name is Lena,
Oh.
and she is with the company À louer et à vendre. And she speaks very good English and French and Darija, obviously.
I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of people out there who could use her help. So
Yeah, she was really refreshing.
that first step is the
Yeah.
most important part of the journey.
I really learnt that, taking my courage in both my hands and say, go on, let's go for it. And when we came to Morocco, we came with the idea of creating something.
As you know, I have a travel company, and that's one of my biggest things is to be able to share. The reason that I wanted to start a travel company was because I'm so passionate about Morocco. Morocco is such an amazing country, and for such a small country, it gives you a little bit of everything.
Yes.
You have amazing beaches, you have amazing mountains, snow, forests, everything.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to share such a rich culture, beautiful culture, music, food. And I think now more people are getting to know Morocco.
Yes.
But I want to, share with the world. And that was my passion. That is my passion, I should say. So I'm working on expanding my business. And like you, I have some other ideas in the works.
Yeah.
But
And what I like about what you're doing is you're really tailoring it to everyone's needs.
Yeah.
So it's a real personalized experience. People are telling you what they want to do. You're showing them all the things that they would like to do and more.
yeah,
So,
exactly. And
because I feel like the people may be connecting and saying, oh, I'd love to visit Morocco, and typing in, just like to watch a few videos on YouTube. Before we came, that's what we did.
right,
But
because
there's so much more.
yeah, there's so much more. I mean, I am still finding out new places,
Yes.
new things.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like never ending. That Morocco has so much to offer.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to share with the world. I want to bring people here to show the traditions, the culture, the real Morocco.
Yes. As a businesswoman, I'm very inspired by all the opportunities that are here.
There are tons.
Yes. And we really are very excited to bring our, I don't know what you'd like to say, savoir-faire, or the fact
Your
that,
know-how.
Yes, my know-how, to local communities, especially where we live, because they've never been exposed to like a real native teacher before.
That's right, because you guys are in a more rural area.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes total sense.
I really think it would be a nice thing to do to create a community of where, us in the centre, we are, imparting our knowledge with these lovely people. And why not, also help women, any women, from difficult situations.
Right, because there are a lot, not only Moroccan women, but
Yes.
foreigners
Yes.
that come here. Eventually, something happens. They get divorced. They find themselves alone
Often with kids.
with kids.
And that breaks my heart. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I just want to empower women and give them opportunities as well. So why not teach them a new language, give them some skills, encourage them, show them through kind of like my example what it's like to be a woman doing things for yourselves. And I think that would be a really good,
I think,
a
it's
really
definitely
good thing to do.
definitely needed. Definitely needed. I think now we're actually finding out. We're actually getting to meet some wonderful women
Yes.
that are here in Morocco creating new businesses,
Yes.
have ideas to better the community and not just for expats, but for locals as well. One thing I had to learn here is patience.
Yes.
I had to learn to be very patient, to not want, like, I always, I'm the kind of person that if I want something, I want it now, I want it today, right?
So the concept of duga duga,
Yeah.
the concept of inshallah,
Inshallah.
yeah, inshallah, like,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
so we have an appointment? Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. It's funny because when I came here many years ago, one of the times I came, I wanted to have a jilaba made, custom
Okay.
made. So
Yeah.
I went to the tailor, right? They have the man just specializes in jilabas.
Yes.
Wonderful job. And I ordered one week before I was due to return to the US.
Okay.
He told us it was gonna be ready in like 3 or maximum 4 days, I
Okay.
think. So within 4 days, we went there to pick it up, and he said, "Hadda inshallah," which means tomorrow, God willing. It's not ready yet, but tomorrow, God willing,
Okay.
it might be ready.
Okay.
So we came back the next day,
Not ready.
Hadda inshallah, again, right? So not ready, God willing, tomorrow. Well, the day before we
I would have been
left,
so stressed.
it was still not ready. So we went back there, and my husband was like, "Sir, we're leaving tomorrow.
yeah.
Like, we're going to the United States. We need to have the jalaba ready,
Yeah.
please." Finally, he was able to hurry up and finish. But
Okay.
I learned that in Morocco, they don't have a sense of urgency
No.
like we do in the States, or at least I did,
Yeah.
right? They just take it duga duga,
For
and
sure.
they have their own pace, and
Yes.
everything is inshallah.
Yeah.
God willing, if God wants it, you have it tomorrow. If not, you might have it 2 days later.
So that's cool. Let's be chill.
Yeah.
I brings me to one of my in-drive stories.
Oh yeah, tell me.
It's
Drive.
in drive stories,
time.
in drive time. I've had a few this week. I know it's kind of the new year. I mean, obviously for Moroccans it's not Christmas, but we have that weird period
By the
between.
holiday
Yes.
season for
Yes.
us.
So my last couple of in-drives have not been in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
So I have given maybe 45 minutes, thinking that would be enough time for me to arrive 5 minutes early for my class.
Mm-hmm.
But not for the in-drive. The in-drive has decided to take me on a guided tour and to take the coast road and to show me various sites. And I've said very politely, s'il vous plaît, monsieur, I'm not a tourist. Please don't.
I see
don't-
this every day.
Yeah, I do not need to see the Hassan Tower. It's nowhere near where I want to go. And so I've had to say, please. And they're like, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I'm like, no. Please, I don't want inshallah.
You.
Yes, please. Just, I need to be on time for an appointment. And that is a big concept.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a concept that they don't have here, I
No,
think.
no.
Because even for appointments, you show up on time,
Yes.
and you don't know what time you're
No.
going to be called.
No.
So I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, why do I have to make an appointment? Because
Yes.
if I show up there, I'm just still waiting an hour,
yeah.
sometimes more.
Doctors.
Doctors. I think, well, in the U.S. is the same, though. I can't,
Oh, the UK, no.
In the U.S., sometimes people will stay 3 hours waiting
Oh, wow.
for an appointment. Like, you have an appointment at 1, and the doctor's running late, and you don't get seen until like 4.
Wow.
It's happened. Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen in the UK so much. Obviously, if you go to ER.
Right.
or you
Well,
go
yeah,
to the
but that's not
emergency
really
room.
an appointment.
No. But going back to the in-drive, my next in-drive is related to unsolicited advice.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear that one.
So I've had a few of these where men in drivers have given me advice on what I need to do to lose weight or
Oh my
stay in shape or do some sport.
Let me guess,
Or
to find a husband.
yes, and
Shocker.
I'm like, that's not your business, first of all. I don't need to do anything like that. I'm not looking for a husband. Like,
Oh my goodness.
excuse me. So the other day, the in drive fine, we weren't speaking. Well, first of all, it wasn't the guy on the app.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the same car.
Yeah.
And I was like, oi. So that was a bit annoying. Then we get to my destination on time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And he said, oh, by the way, for your age,
Oh,
because he'd already asked my age,
how dare
for
and you
your
told
age,
him?
yes, you should be exercising and you should be doing this and do a bit of sport. And
Was he a doctor?
no,
A doctor in driver?
I don't know. But it was just like, what? And then I looked at him and I was like, who are you to... Anyway, well, I most obviously removed his tip and I gave him the money that was supposed to give him.
Yeah,
Obviously,
correct.
if you like the in-driver, they've been polite, they've got you there on time,
Right.
etc. You can tip them.
Of
But
course.
I obviously removed it and I went, here. I didn't say to him, you're bald and ugly and you smell.
Oh
You know.
my goodness.
Not that I would. I would never do that.
Exactly. But some people have absolutely no sense of, what's polite or what's right or how dare he?
Yeah.
I'm upset on your behalf.
Oh.
I would have been so mad.
I was like, oh.
That
Like-
happened to me last week. Not them giving me that sort of advice, but
Yeah.
I was a bit scared. So it's not really like a funny story. It's kind of like a scary story
Okay.
because I called an in-drive and
Was it the one from my house?
yes,
Yeah.
I was at your house and you live in a rural area
In the farm.
in the farmland.
Yeah.
And this guy came. It told me it was a certain vehicle.
Okay.
So I was waiting for this vehicle, and then a completely different car showed up,
Okay.
and he had somebody else with him.
Oh, that's
So
not
there were
cool.
two men
Yes.
in the car, and I was like, okay, am I supposed to get in this car that doesn't look like it's not the
Yeah.
same car?
No.
And now there's two men in there,
Yeah.
and I'm by myself. I was so scared.
Oh.
But at the same time, I really needed to get home.
Yeah.
It's not easy to get in drives
No,
over there. So I said, you know what? God protect me. I shared my ride with you guys.
Yes. Yeah.
My husband was monitoring my location all the way from home.
Yeah.
And I said, but if I was maybe anywhere else, I would not get in the car.
No.
I would say
I've
no,
refused.
thank you. Yeah,
I've
and
refused.
you
Yeah.
should. What I did was not the right thing to do, but I took a leap of faith because I really needed to get home. It was like rainy.
they
It
were
was
fine.
dark.
Yeah.
I was fine. They were
Yeah.
fine. They were, It was
Yeah.
just scary for
You
me.
never know, though.
You
No.
never know. You can't risk it. You have to be really careful.
I mean, we've had marriage proposals.
Yes.
People singing to us.
Yeah, he was trying
yeah.
to talk to me, but I was like very serious
Like,
and just like minding my own business.
Yeah.
I was not being sociable.
Okay.
Just like, yeah. But everything worked out, so.
So in drive stories.
Being a woman, business owner, entrepreneur, it's very difficult because there are multiple facets of, yourself. You have to, you're still, in my case, I'm still a mother, I'm still a wife, I'm still a teacher, but I also now have my own business, and I
Yeah.
still have to make time for myself as an individual.
Yes.
And it's very challenging, especially because this has been a transition time for me. I'm still adjusting to life in another country where everything is different.
Yeah.
Especially, we talk about a lot the bureaucracy. When we went to open our business here in Morocco, the bureaucracy was really, really hard to deal with, very frustrating. And I have to admit that I kind of lost myself a little bit as far as
Yeah.
taking care of myself, doing things for myself that I love to do. I stopped reading, I stopped working out. I just felt a little lost. But
I get that.
yeah, but now I'm getting back to that point where I established a routine. So I think that's really important to organize yourself and not necessarily a list. You don't have to make a list, but even in your
I'm a
mind,
list person.
I know you are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not though. Like I want to make lists, but I end up not. I don't have a patience to make lists. I don't know. It's so weird.
So cutting you,
Of
apologies.
course,
I
cut away.
I really think the lists helped me so much
Yeah.
because I am very distracted. I can be talking to you and go, "Oh, look at the lovely clock."
Absolutely,
You know
yes.
me.
You know.
And oh, what did I see on the road the other day? There was something that
It was some animal. Well, just
Yes.
this morning on the way
Yes.
here, you saw the sheep, and I was talking to you, and mid sentence, you just turned. Oh, look at the sheep.
oh, I just love nature.
Yes,
And
I
we
get
live near a
that.
farm, so there's
Yeah,
always,
exactly.
sorry. So that's why I need to make a list. And I've learned to give myself achievable goals because my lists before were rubbish. Like my resolutions the week before. they
Which
were-
are now your bucket list.
Yes, but the resolutions that I did before were so unachievable.
And you're setting yourself up for
To
failure.
and I hate that. So my lists are literally things like make your bed.
Yeah.
Make sure that you do this for you. Don't forget to whatever, because it's true. Happy Mary, and then everything will kind of run smoothly in the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
like what they say, you know, happy wife, happy life, but
Yes.
happy woman,
Yes.
you're happy, everybody around you, and everything just works out. So
Yeah.
for me, and I think a lot of women out there can relate to this, right? Being overachievers, you're
Yes.
trying so much to accomplish so many things, and you kind of ignore yourself, forget about yourself. So sometimes the other day, I caught myself wanting to, not knowing what to do with my free time because I've been on
Okay.
vacation from
Yeah.
work. And instead of just, oh, let me lay down and read a book, I'm like, what can I do? Do I wash clothes? Do I clean the floors? Do I clean the windows? Do I go grocery shopping? And then
Where does that come from? That comes from some kind of pre-regulated guilt.
yeah,
Like
that you
if
must be doing
yes,
something all the
I
time.
have to do something in the house.
Yes, and then
No.
I stopped myself,
Good.
literally stopped myself and said, you know what?
Good.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to lay down on my bed.
Yeah.
It was a rainy, cold day. I'm going to cover up, be nice and cozy, and
Yeah.
I'm going to read my book that I haven't picked up in weeks, which is
Yeah.
unheard of for me. I'm an avid reader. I
Yeah.
devour books.
Yeah.
But lately, I haven't been reading because I have been so caught up in doing so many other things.
So do you know what that's called? Actively resting.
Exactly.
So you are
That's good.
actively resting.
That's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Not busy doing nothing, not doing nothing, not being lazy. I hate that word.
Yes.
Just because you're not. And what is my word that I do when I'm actively resting?
You're pottering.
I love pottering.
Yeah, I love that word. I am pottering because
Yes.
that's so important. I
Yeah.
just always felt guilty.
Yeah.
And
we
I
do.
don't know why, because it's not like my husband is
It's like
it's like, oh,
installed.
where's my dinner?
Installed in us women that we
Yeah.
have to do things.
It's not like
Yeah.
my husband's like, woman, I'm gonna come home at 5 o'clock and I need my dinner
Yeah.
on the table, and why is the house not clean?
Yeah.
No, I mean
No.
my husband's amazing. I mean he takes care of the house with me. We work as a team.
Yes.
So I never felt that pressure, but I think it's an exterior thing. Like you said, we have been conditioned as
Yeah.
women to act like this, to
Yes.
always be doing something.
Yeah.
And then when you finally slow down, you're like, what should I do? What
Yeah.
do I do with myself?
Yeah.
But we need to prioritize our bodies, our health, our
Actively
mental health.
resting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so now I'm making sure
Yeah.
that I will, start going to the gym again because I really love exercise. I
Okay.
like being active. It's great for my mental health.
Yeah.
But the past 5 months, I haven't done anything.
No.
today we have a question from one of our listeners.
Oh, exciting. That's
Can't
the
wait.
first time. Yeah.
Amazing.
Have you changed how you present yourself professionally since moving to Morocco?
That's a good question. Have I changed? I think yes, definitely.
Okay.
But I changed in a sense that I have grown. I feel like I have grown. I have learned a lot of things, especially how to conduct myself as a businesswoman, how to take myself serious,
Okay.
how to take myself seriously, I
Okay.
should say, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the things. But yeah, absolutely, I can look back to the beginning of 2025 and now the beginning of 2026, how much I have evolved, how much I have grown in many, many ways, but especially business-wise. I have learned a lot.
That's a really good point. I, I, I'm hesitating between
Why?
two things
Oh, okay.
because I do want to be my authentic self. It's not just about the clothes we wear.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's also, I get definitely people are surprised by my appearance in
Why?
Morocco because I have short hair
Ah,
and it's dyed
yes.
blonde and
Coupe garçon.
coupe garçon.
Coupe garçon.
But I do really believe that people now are definitely used to me. They're used to my British quirkiness, maybe. As a woman, I don't think it's really any different. I do feel sometimes we're not taken as seriously.
You mean
because
business-wise?
Business-wise,
Yes.
because
I
we are
get
women.
I get that.
We do live in a society that is ever evolving
Yes.
here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of companies that I go and teach in, their diversity is really good with the equity between women and men. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling that is something.
I think that's amazing. I've
Positive.
noticed the same thing.
Yeah.
I noticed the same thing. And how wonderful it is for you to get to the point where you can honestly say, I feel so comfortable
Yeah.
with myself,
Yes.
with the way I am.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if some people stare at me.
Oh.
We talked about this
Yes.
before, but just to feel confident and comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
How amazing
No, I
that
do.
is.
Very-
You are an
very much so.
example. You know, I really admire that in you.
Oh, thank you.
I really do.
I love that we can laugh at anything.
I know.
Yes. Humor is such energy and fuel for me.
You know what I
Yes.
love? I love that I can laugh at myself.
Oh,
Sometimes I go
totally.
back and watch our episodes and I'm just laughing at myself. I'm like, oh, wow. It's great.
Yes.
It's great to be able to
Yes.
laugh at yourself.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Not to take everything seriously,
No.
but to be serious at the same time. You know,
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like we know when to be serious, when not to be serious, and yeah, it's
That's
just
something that you
finding
learn
joy.
with time,
Yes.
right? As you get older, you learn. But I think that's the best thing is to be able to laugh and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
it's
And I
great.
think today we went deep. We talked about some very important things. I think a lot of women out there, doesn't matter where they're from, they
No.
will relate to this.
Yeah.
Because I think we all go through this.
And relating to the bravery part of things, going back to the quote, sometimes your bravest journey is the first step. That first step might not seem like physically a lot, but mentally,
Yeah.
how we've actually arrived, all the stuff behind, all this,
All that led
yes,
you to
yes.
this point.
And
all that has led you to
yeah,
that point. Exactly.
That's amazing. That's
Perfect.
amazing.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so we're at the end of our latest episode, and I just want to say to you and to our audience, Bislama, bisou, goodbye. Mwah.
Thank you for listening. Bislama. Bisous. Bye-bye. See you next time. I told totally see this because
Yeah.
they have, I think they have an amazing
They have the
team.
country behind them.
The whole country.
It's inspiring. It's like
So
pressure,
inspiring.
but also like they want to
Can
win
you
for
imagine
everybody.
if they win? Because as I recall, I think the last time they won was in 1978.
Gosh.
That was like a year before I was born.
Wow.
Thank you for listening to 261. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for daily updates and make sure to click the bell to not miss an episode. See you next week. Bislama. Bisous. Bye.